In today's video, I want to talk about DeFi coins and more specifically Aerodrome Finance and Alienbase, right? I've always been bullish on both of these coins. I've talked about both of these on my channel, and I think they still have massive potential even from today's price, right? I think Aerodrome can pretty easily do a 5x from today's price, and Alienbase can do a 10 to 20x from today's price. And at the end of the video, I'll give you guys a coin I have not covered yet that still has 10x potential from today's price. Now, why am I so bullish about DeFi on Base? Well, Base is going to be the most bullish chain for 2025, and a bunch of money is going to flood into the Base ecosystem. Base is basically Ethereum 2.0. It's much better, much lower transaction fees, much faster transaction speed. Base is much more user-friendly than Ethereum, in my opinion, and once Ethereum starts experiencing hundreds of dollars of gas fees at the peak of the bull run, right? If you were here last cycle, you know what I'm talking about. Ethereum gas fees are pretty crazy. People are going to start flooding into the Base ecosystem instead, and DeFi coins are always one of the best performing assets. Now, this is already starting to happen, right? You're already starting to see a shift of the money going from Ethereum to Base, right? You're seeing people buy Ethereum and then swap to the Base ecosystem. That is why you see a net outflow in Ethereum and a positive net inflow in Base. And to really understand why this is happening, you need to understand crypto money flow, right? This is the most important concept that you need to understand right now. This basically means that money cycles through different narratives, right? First, money goes into Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is going to receive a majority of the money initially, and it already has so. In fact, Bitcoin recently today just hit a new all-time high, right? It's sitting at over 100,000 now, which is pretty crazy to say, right? Bitcoin over 100,000. You know, I never thought we would see the day, but here we are. So a lot of the money right now is flowing into Bitcoin as it breaks into new uncharted territory. And we've also seen this money trickle into Solana. We've seen this money trickle into your large cap dino coins, which are your coins like XRP, like HBAR, like Cardano, like Dogecoin, right? You've seen all of these coins pump pretty massively, especially HBAR and XRP in these past couple of weeks. Now, Ethereum right now is starting to show signs of correcting. You can see the Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio is starting to go up a little bit, right? You see Ethereum starts to correct, but we still have a long ways to go in terms of Ethereum. But eventually what's going to happen is all of this money from Bitcoin is going to flow into Base. Solana is going to flow into Base. Large cap dino coins are going to flow into Base, and profit from Ethereum, you guessed it, flow into Base, right? And what coins are people going to buy on the Base ecosystem, right? It's going to be meme coins and DeFi coins. These are currently the two best performing assets on Base. Most of the coins on Base right now are meme coins and DeFi coins, right? And both of these narratives are very, very hot this year, and they're going to perform extremely, extremely well, and they're going to continue to perform extremely well. Meme coins I've already covered a lot in many of my videos, but DeFi is where it's at for today's video, and I truly believe these are the two best DeFi projects on Base. DeFi Llama is a really good tool that I use to find undervalued Base ecosystem DeFi coins, and you guys can see Aerodrome is the top DEX on Base, and it has the highest TVL out of all of the projects on Base right now. And its TVL is actually higher than its market cap, which is really good. You want to see that positive ratio of TVL to market cap, right? 1.64 billion TVL, and if you take a look at the market cap, it's 1.33 billion. So that is a really good ratio for Aerodrome. And Aerodrome is the top DEX and the top liquidity provider. So it's multifunctional. And this chart is looking really good, right? We saw, of course, this pump back in April of about $2. And then we saw, of course, the retracement, right, all the way back to 52 cents. And that was the prime opportune moment to buy, because the past 2 months we've been rallying, and right now we're sitting at 1.87, almost back to these all-time highs. I expect some consolidation when we eventually do go back to this $2 range, especially if Bitcoin starts picking up steam, right? If Bitcoin, goes to 120, 130K, we're going to see a lot of the attention start flowing back into Bitcoin. That money flow, some of it is going to flow back to Bitcoin. So you might see some of your altcoins like Aerodrome cool off a little bit, but in the beginning of 2025, Q1 of 2025, it's going to get pretty crazy, right? I would not be surprised if Aerodrome hits a $5 to $10 billion valuation by early 2025. So Aerodrome has the highest TVL. It is the number one DEX on Base. Uniswap I'm not going to count because you can see it's multi-chain. I'm really just looking at the projects with either one chain or maybe two chains, right? So if we go down the list, we see Alienbase right here is another DEX, a Base native DEX, right, with only one chain, which is Base. And this makes Alienbase the number two DEX on Base in terms of its TVL, right? You can see TVL is 78 million. Let's take a look at the market cap of Alienbase, right? Remember when I mentioned this positive TVL to market cap ratio, right? 78 million TVL, 52 million market cap, right? It's very, very positive. The chart of Alienbase is pretty amazing. I've been covering Alienbase for a while, and for those of you that have been watching my videos for a long time, you know that I called out Alienbase all the way back here in about April or May when it was sitting in that 0.05 to 0.09 range. And this is where I picked up most of my Alienbase, in this range before this massive pump. But still, even after this pump, I still think this is still a pretty good opportunity to get in because I can easily see this $52 million market cap DEX, the number two DEX on Base, which Base is going to be the most bullish chain, right? DeFi coins, especially DEXs, tend to perform astronomically well in bull runs, right? You can see with Radium, with Jupiter last cycle on Solana, those coins all did multi-billion-dollar market caps, right? I really wouldn't be surprised if Alienbase hits above a 500 million to even a 1 billion valuation, maybe even more. Do not underestimate the power of DEXs. They can really surprise you. Now diving into Alienbase a little bit further, you guys can see it is one of my most bullish small market cap altcoins, right? Around $50 million market cap is not a large market cap at all for a decentralized exchange, especially on such a bullish chain. I think $10, which would be over a $1 billion market cap, is very possible for Alienbase. It has all of the bullish narratives. It has great product / technology, and it has amazing tokenomics, actually better tokenomics than Aerodrome. So is Alienbase better than Aerodrome, right? Let's take a look at the Base narrative first and why both of these coins are going to do well, right? I'm not going to say one is better than the other because I like both of these coins. Alienbase is on the Base network, which is backed by Coinbase. Base has a goal of onboarding 1 billion new users. If Base even meets a small percentage of that goal, then Base is going to be a top 3 to top 2 chain easily this cycle. Alienbase being that number 2 DEX behind Aerodrome, right? And with Aerodrome easily hitting over a $5 billion market cap, in my opinion, at the peak of the bull run. If Alienbase even hits 1/10 of that, that's a $500 million market cap, which is over a 10x from today's price. Now, where Alienbase really differentiates itself from Aerodrome are these features, right? First, a user-friendly interface. Alienbase's website, in my opinion, is a lot cleaner, a lot more user-friendly than Aerodrome's. And Alienbase also has better tokenomics, right? So it has a max supply cap, unlike Aero. And then it also has a supply lockup. Over 50% of Alienbase's circulating supply is currently locked. So that makes it a lot less susceptible to large price swings. And then, of course, smaller market cap, right? Much higher potential. These numbers might be wrong because I made this a few weeks ago, but you get the point. But like I said, both of these projects are still going to do well. Base is the most bullish new chain. Solana was last cycle's most bullish new chain. And last cycle's top Solana dexes were Jupiter and Radium, which you guys know were very, very well performing last cycle. Jupiter did a $2.4 billion market cap at the peak. Radium did around a $1.2 billion market cap. So if Aero equals Jupiter and Alienbase equals Radium, you do the math, right? We're going to see still a lot of return on investment from today. So what are my price predictions for Alienbase? This is for 2025 at the peak of the bull run, and you have to keep in mind that these are conservative price predictions. Current price of 45 cents. I think in an extremely high likelihood scenario, we can see anywhere from $100 million to $500 million market cap, which is a $1 to a $5 Alienbase roughly, right? That would be over a 2x to a 10x from today's price. I think all of this is very, very likely. Now, 50% likelihood is going to be $750 million market cap to $1 billion, right? So $750 to $10. I think it's still very possible. It definitely needs a few catalysts. It needs some chips to fall into play, but that would be a 19x to 25x return from today's price. So very, very good. And a 20% likelihood is going to be this $10 plus valuation, so over $1 billion. If Radium can hit that, then I think Alienbase definitely has a good chance. and this would be over a 25x from today's price. And the catalyst for these to come true, I'm going to reveal right now. I think it definitely needs a tier 1 exchange listing for $750 million market cap or above. But in this extremely high likelihood scenario, I don't think Alienbase really even needs exchange listings, right? I can even see it hitting as high as $500 million market cap without any exchange listings. And a lot of this has to do with Base, right? Base right now is of course backed and incubated by Coinbase itself, but because of a lot of regulation and because Coinbase doesn't want to get sued by the SEC again, right now they don't really want to list Base assets on the Coinbase exchange itself. So that's why you're seeing Coinbase kind of hold off on listing tokens like Brett, like Ski Mask, like Alienbase, these really bullish coins. If they were on any other chain, if all of these coins that you see right here were on Solana, they would probably already be listed, but it's because Coinbase is incubating the Base ecosystem, and there could be some legality issues that arise, especially with the current administration. That's why Coinbase doesn't want to take that risk yet. But once we see new legislation, I think Coinbase is definitely going to jump at the opportunity to list its Base native coins like Brett, like Ski Mask, like Aero, like Aerodrome, like Alienbase, right? I think all of these have massive potential. They still have that Coinbase listing catalyst, right? That is always something to keep in mind. And before I end the video, let's really quickly cover this 10x potential DeFi altcoin on Base that I haven't covered yet. This coin is called Morpho, right? Morpho is a lending protocol on Base, currently sitting at $200 million market cap. I think it has a 10x potential from today's price, and this is a competitor to Moonwell. I'm very bullish on Morpho. You guys can see this is the website, right? The most efficient lending protocol right now. Not only is Morpho audited by the industry leading security practices, right? You can see all of these companies that do audits, but also it's backed by industry leaders, and it's backed by, where is it? Coinbase Ventures right here, right? Morpho has a great chance, and I mean a great chance, of getting listed on Coinbase, much like how Moonwell was. And in addition to this, you see VC firms like Pantera. Morpho is heavily backed, and a lot of people, a lot of big investors want this coin to succeed. Taking a look at the price, Morpho is actually, wow, it's actually jumped up now to 1.96. So when I called it out in my community, I actually called it out in my Patreon community a couple days ago, it was sitting all the way down here at about $1.24. And I forgot to mention, Morpho also is the third highest TVL on Base, right? 305 million TVL. That's gonna be it for the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And just as a side note, I did launch this Patreon about a week ago, and currently the Shark tier is still open, and this will give you private Discord access as well as all of these other benefits. And we've already made some good calls. 5 days ago, I did call out Morpho at 1.25, and right now it is at 1.96. So if you want more calls like these, and if you want to just be in a really good community and you want to learn from like-minded investors, make sure to join Patreon, and I'll see you guys in the next one.